mystery can be proven with reason. Hazel, the super detective cat, the mystery in the locked library. Hazel had to go in to prove the mystery that had occurred, so that the truth would appear. A mysterious story occurred at the village school library, which made the children afraid to walk past after school. Because some students who went home late, some walked past the library. They heard the sound of books falling from the shelves. A sound like someone clawing at the wall. A sound as loud as someone walking. And a whispering sound, like a moan, came from the library that was tightly closed, until no student dared to go near the library after school. The children all gossiped about the scary things after school, and in the quiet of the night, some thought that a criminal might have sneaked into the library, but that didn't seem possible because after school the library would be tightly closed, and there were no signs of forced entry. There were still some brave students who secretly watched after school to see if anyone went into the library, but no one was found to have entered. Therefore, the children all concluded that it was a work of ghosts and spirits. This matter was widely whispered among the students, causing considerable fear and commotion. The children then united to ask Hazel, the super detective cat, to solve the mystery about the spine-chilling events in the school library. Hazel was interested in what had happened. He was never afraid of the irrational. He decided to see for himself whether the ghost story in the library was true or not. Initially, he thought it was likely caused by rats or other animals that caused those events. In the evening after school, Hazel traveled to the school and asked the teacher for permission to inspect the library, and he received excellent cooperation. Hazel went into the library and took notes on the items in the library. There was a librarian's desk next to the door. On the desk was a large pile of books that students had returned, stacked on top of each other, one ceiling fan above the desk. On the wall by the window was one map. There was one wall clock, one air conditioner, and bookshelves full of books. But no traces of rats or other animals were found in the room at all. Hazel surveyed the interior of the room for about an hour. The wind outside began to blow harder. Hazel walked carefully along the bookshelves. The silence in the room made him hear even his own breathing. Suddenly, he heard a whistling sound, like a whisper, which was the sound of wind blowing in through a broken window that didn't close properly, and the wind hit the loosely hung map, making a sound like someone clawing at the wall. Hazel noted the details in his notebook. Now he could solve the mystery of the whispering sound and the clawing sound, but he still didn't know how the sound of falling books occurred. Hazel conducted further investigation for a while, then closed and locked the library door to prepare to go home. In front of the library, while Hazel was checking the recorded details to see if they were complete, thump! The sound of a book falling came loudly from inside the room. He quickly ran to open the door and went inside the room. He found that 2 or 3 books that had been on the table had fallen to the floor, and the ceiling fan was running. How did it turn on? Or did someone turn it on? Then he went to inspect that fan in detail. After collecting the books and turning off the fan, he left the room, locked it, and went home. Now he had an answer in his mind. The next morning, Hazel traveled to the school early. He went to see the librarian to find some additional answers. When he arrived, the library was cool with the air conditioning on, and the books had been neatly put back on the shelves. The teacher said that the children would return the borrowed books in the evening, and the teacher would put the books on the desk, waiting to register them for shelving in the morning. And the teacher had also seen books fall from the table onto the floor. She didn't expect the students to talk about what happened in the library until it became a big story. Upon leaving the library, Hazel explained his findings to the children. After the library was closed in the evening, and after about an hour, the hot air around the school would rise. Cool air from the lake next to the school would come in to replace it, causing wind. And in the library, there was one broken window, allowing wind to seep in, creating a sound like a whisper. And when the wind hit the map that was hanging there, it created a sound like someone clawing at the wall. And as time passed, the air in the room became hot because the air conditioner had been turned off for a long time. The automatic ceiling fan would turn on, which caused the book pages to flip, making a loud sound, creating the illusion of someone walking. And eventually, the books fell to the floor. In the morning, the air would cool down, causing the fan to stop working. And when the children arrived at school in the morning, they would not find the books on the floor because the teacher had already shelved them. He advised the children that if they were unsure about anything, they should ask the teacher first. If things were said without any proven reason, it would create rumors and cause confusion. All the children were surprised and amazed by Hazel's intelligence, and their fear of the library immediately disappeared. They informed the teacher to come and repair the broken window and check the fan's operation. Since then, the school library became a favorite place for the children again. No one was afraid of the sound of falling books or whispering sounds in the mall, because everyone knew that the ghost they used to fear was actually born from imagination and nature itself. In the end, Hazel beautifully solved the mystery of the locked library by using the various pieces of information he had investigated to analyze with scientific reasoning. He was admired by the students and was a favorite of the people in the village. The end of the episode. Don't forget to like and share.
Glittering night, glowing so bright. In the cosmos, such a delight. Dancing in tune with the